Today on the brown table, 3 oddities from Mountain Dew, each more bizarre than the last. First up on the brown table, from Mountain Dew's Baja range, we have Mango Gem Mountain Dew. They have a couple of flavors in their new Baja range. I'm assuming this is some sort of spin-off from the ever popular and very delicious Baja Blast. So let's go ahead and rotate here. And we see enough calories to feed a small pony for a couple of hours. And how much caffeine are we talking? 91 milligrams for the whole bottle, so about an average cup of coffee. Now obviously this is not going to be healthy for you. I mean, look, what? 0% juice? Who would have thunk it? Of course, we have a whole bunch of chemicals here. Gotta get that good old high fructose corn syrup in there, some citric acid, all the fun stuff that makes things taste good and sends you to your grave a little earlier. We got a couple of dyes in there, probably banned in the European Union, but here in the good old USA, anything goes. Now I do really like mangoes, so I'm hoping this will be good. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. So of course, we're not savages here at the brown table. We're going to use a glass, so let's go ahead and pop this open. We're going to give it a quick sniff. It does have a very mango-y smell, which is totally a word. Nice and sweet, has the exact aroma of a mango, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's go ahead and pour it out here. And let's give it a taste. Well, it's certainly a very mango-y taste, again, with that lovely word. Not the good kind of artificial mango. There's definitely better artificial mango flavoring I've tasted, let's say. So, in a candy or ice cream or whatever it may be. This is not the good kind of that. It does taste like mangoes, but you can tell that it's not real mango. Would I get it again? Probably not. It's quite sweet. You don't have that nice punchy sourness of a mango. Yes, mangoes should be sweet, but there's usually a little bit of sour kick at the end there. And this is definitely too sweet, no sour at all one note. It does feel like a whole bunch of syrup has just coated my mouth, so that definitely goes against it. And we're going to go ahead and give this a brown table rating of mid. And now for your delectation, another one of the Mountain Dew Baja flavored range. It's not your typical Baja Blast that we've seen. They have a whole bunch of flavors, and we are looking at the pineapple flavor right now. So it is both naturally and artificially flavored. Let's do our quick tour of the bottle again. So 280 calories. I think that's roughly exactly the same as the last one, the mango one. 20 fluid ounces, and how much caffeine are we talking? 91 milligrams. So again, pretty standard, roughly the same amount of caffeine as 1 cup of coffee. Now let's take a look at the lovely additives and all the other fun stuff you're going to be putting into your body if you drink this. We have our good old high fructose corn syrup. Can't do anything without it apparently, it's just everywhere. You have your regular dyes, etc., as we saw in the mango one. So, what do we think of when we think of pineapple flavor? I think of something very tart overall. There is some sweetness, usually comes in, kind of at the end, right after the sour vacates your mouth. And of course, the thing that comes to mind is the pain of actually cutting a pineapple. So let's go ahead and try this. For that, we need our glass. And of course, we have to protect our lovely brown table here. So we are going to use our secondary coaster. Let me frame that nicely for you. And let's give this a shot. So as I pop it open, the exhale of gases is quite lovely, very nice smell coming out of it, and it's a very pineapple-y smell. There it is again, my large vocabulary, it's super pineapple-y. Now, it does definitely look a little radioactive, not very appealing. If I was just to give you a glass of this, you would say, what is this? And is it something I should be putting in my body or into a soap dispenser? Let's give it a taste. It's not an offensive taste, definitely more pineapple flavor than the corresponding mango drink. It was, the mango drink was not as mango-y as this one is pineapple-y, if that makes sense. Definitely a very artificial pineapple flavor. Really no tartness or sourness to it at all. It's kind of sweet with a vague, it's like you just kissed the pineapple, you got the essence of pineapple, but you don't really have that sourness that goes with a pineapple. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I probably wouldn't buy it again, but if it was given to me for free at a picnic or a work party or whatever, I would not complain. I'm going to go ahead and rate this one a mid-tier as well. Not great, not terrible. I don't think it's worth your money. Now, perhaps the most bizarre bottle of Mountain Dew I've ever seen. And I've consumed a fair amount of Mountain Dew in my life, from Code Red to whatever that tasty blue one was, to of course the delicious regular green one. And you've probably just seen me drink the pineapple and mango Baja variants. But this Mountain Dew is the Mountain Dew that piqued my interest the most. Not just as someone who enjoys soda, or who used to enjoy, a recovering soda addict, but I do love me some potato chips. And you can see this is a Flamin Hot flavor Mountain Dew. Now when I think Flamin Hot, I immediately think of Cheetos. This bottle does not say Cheetos Flamin Hot, but when you look at Flamin Hot, Cheetos is usually, I would wager, the first thing that comes to mind. If you look at this bottle, that red definitely screams Flamin Hot Cheetos. Just like the other ones, 280 calories, same old, same old. It's almost like the base drink is the same and they just add different syrups to it. What a concept. Caffeine again, 91 milligrams per 20 fluid ounces. And we're going to rotate here. We're going to again point out the lovely high fructose corn syrup. Unsurprising, it is ever present. And of course, your usual assortment of chemicals and fun ingredients. Who knows how it got this lovely red Kool-Aid Flamin' Hot-esque color. Now I do want to point out it does say it has a blast of heat and citrus, so let's see how that goes. Usually when I think of citrus in this context, I'm thinking of something kind of limey. That's kind of what it looks like on the bottle, so we'll see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and bring out the glass and our secondary coaster here. And just to further the science of this, because we like to be scientific here, I also have a bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I think we can all agree this is probably the original Flamin' Hot flavor. Now let's go ahead and compare. So I'm going to put the Cheetos behind here for now. I'm going to pop open the bottle and give it a sniff. Strangely, perhaps distressingly, it kind of just smells like a cherry soda, almost like Kool-Aid. I don't really get Flaming Hot from this. So let's pour it into our glass. Now as I pour it, it does seem a bit more orange, almost certainly so. Look at this. If this is the color that's coming out of you, seek medical attention immediately. Now let me put that bottle cap down and let's give this a taste. So I'm expecting a bit of heat, a bit of lime, or at least something citrusy. It's hard to say what this tastes like. Maybe my tongue has just died from eating too much junk food, but it tastes just like Mountain Dew. Certainly no heat, barely any citrus flavor, not more than a regular Mountain Dew, and in no way does it compare to a Flamin' Hot Cheeto. Okay, as I talk, I do feel some heat building at the back of my tongue, but it's really manageable. A jalapeno is probably hotter. Not even close. Now for the final comparison, let's go ahead and have some Flamin' Hot Cheetos. And let's take a look at this color-wise. It really does match. You can see here, it's pretty close. Definitely looks closer in the bottle, but when you put it in the glass, it's still pretty close. So let's go ahead and try our Flamin' Hot Cheeto here. Now to be clear, I of course have had Flamin' Hot Cheetos before. It's your regular, crunchy, hard to describe Cheetos Flamin' Hot goodness. And the drink is certainly not as spicy. So Mountain Dew Flamin' Hot, again, very middle of the road. I wish it was a bit spicier. I wish it tasted, more like a Flamin' Hot chip, Cheeto, or any other Flamin' Hot chip, that you can think of. And it's probably something that shouldn't exist. What will we have next on the Brown Table? Stay tuned to find out. Please like and subscribe so I can pay my rent. And thank you for dining with us today at the Brown Table.